but here we are, guys. Today is Wednesday, December 16th, 2020, and this is most likely the last live episode that we're going to be doing about the scrap metal prices. This is Tom from the iScrap app, and if you have any questions while we're live, feel free to post them. We'll try to answer them. If we don't, we'll make sure to post answers afterwards if some of your fellow scrappers don't get those those questions answered before we do. Every Wednesday, we like to go live around 1 p.m. Eastern Time, so if you get to tune into us, we'd love to see you. We'd love to hear from you, whether you're reporting prices, asking questions, sharing scrap stories, or all of the above. We love hearing information and pushing it to the masses and letting people know what's going on in the scrap metal world. Now, here we are with about 2.5 weeks left of 2020, and while many of you, as millions, if not billions of others across the world are saying, we want 2020 to be over in this little scrap bubble that we're in, you know, the end of 2020 hasn't been that bad. Copper prices, 7.5-year highs. Steel prices have jumped up 50 to 60 bucks a ton. Platinum, palladium, and rhodium prices for the catalytic converter markets also strong. Aluminum has gained 10 to 15 cents per pound. So let's get right into it. Over the last week, while we have not seen copper prices move that much, they went up slightly, a penny or two every day. We saw no major decreases. No major decreases is really the key to the entire baking solution, the pie, when we're doing all of these copper and looking to get solid prices, how scrapyards buy, how scrapyards sell. We've said it for years. Yes, we love when the markets go up, but we really love when the markets stay stable after those upward trends. What we've seen over the last few years is big ups and big downs based on different mining operations having strikes throughout the world, political tensions, and what we're seeing right now is a little bit of a lull and a slow manufacturing build over the last few months that has sustained itself, and we see going into 2021 the same level of sustainability for those different markets and those prices. Traditionally, December has been a very bad month for scrap. A lot of traders, large mills, smelting operations, they shut down, they slow themselves down, they're doing inventory reports, they're trying to push things out and tie up loose ends, finish up contracts. But this year, with the markets going up from bottoming out over $1.50 a pound. I remember back in March we saw copper trading levels around $2.13. Today we're trading a little over $3.50, $3.55 before I walked over. So these large price increases have been sustained for the last few months. We've seen scrap yards getting real contracts in, where sometimes when we see these big copper price jumps, you as the scrapper immediately want that same jump. But the scrapyard, the trader who kind of controls and dictates these different prices, their margins generally spread out. For those of you that don't know what a margin is, that's what their profit is. You know, everyone thinks that scrapyards and traders are making 15, 30, 50 cents per pound on the metal, when in reality it's pennies, but they need to make sure that they have a steady market to sell to, and those are the things that we look for. It looks like we have a question.
We have a question from Winchester Fields. What is your current price for Carbide and HS tool steel?
Sure. So at Rockaway Recycling, we're paying about $6.50 a pound for Carbide, tungsten based, around 90 to 92%. High-speed steel, multiple grades. Feel free to message us and we'll message you privately. But if you are looking to sell Carbide scrap, Rockaway Recycling is always looking to buy. RockawayRecycling.com, $6.50 per pound for large quantities of tungsten 90% based carbide scrap. So hopefully we'll hear from you soon. Get back to the copper questions. With copper being level, we've seen brass prices rise, insulated copper wire prices rise, Romex, THHN, Firewire, cable, 92% recovery material, steel BX, aluminum BX, and the list goes on and on and on. And that's why we encourage you to report your prices. If you've downloaded the iScrap app to your iPhone or your Droid, or you've logged in online, you see that it's free to post these prices. Why should you post them? Because it helps you learn more about market trends. It helps you remember prices that you've received in the past. Because let's just be honest, and I don't use that word very often. Most of you get your cash get your check from the scrapyard, take your receipt, and you throw it in the garbage. What we suggest, maybe you take a quick picture of it, you post a couple of prices for materials that you sell often to your scrapyards, and that's going to give you the ability to remember the pricing that you got, as many scrapyards, over 95% of scrapyards in the United States, do not post prices. Let me repeat that. 95% or more of the scrapyards with websites in the United States and Canada do not post or list their prices. Why? They don't want you to know. They want you to show up. They want you to just hope that the prices are good. Maybe you call ahead and they give you a market range. But with the iScrap app, we are creating transparency in the market, letting scrappers post their prices, share their prices, and here in our weekly reports, we like to share those with you as well. Now, if you have any questions about copper, feel free to ask us. But one really important thing for you Droid and iPhone users, download the iScrap app, enable push notifications, and let us share more market information with you every single day. We get these market pieces of news in that you, the scrapper, might not get from your local scrap yards, and we push it out to you multiple times a week to help you learn more about the scrap metal markets. Now, the aluminum markets have also been very strong over the last quarter of 2020, rising about 10 to 15 cents per pound. We've seen sheet aluminum prices and aluminum can prices going up that 15 cents per pound, and it's been a very welcome sight, with some sheet prices in the mid-20s per pound up to 35 cents per pound. We've seen grades of bare 60, 63, 60 cents a pound, 55 cents a pound. Aluminum can prices 30, 37, 42 cents a pound. These are strong market prices that are going to give you the ability to make more money with the material that you work so hard to sort, prepare, cut, and get ready to ship. Now, download the iScrap app, get those push notifications so we can give you more information about the different aluminum prices that are going on and are out there right now. Nickel prices have also been stronger. These nickel markets have started to pick themselves up, and 304, 303, and 304 stainless, we've seen a nice price increase as well. The markets for 303 and 304, we've seen prices 27 cents, 30 cents, 36 cents, 47 cents was the highest one that we've seen, but that means that the nickel markets are starting to increase. That means that the aerospace, and that, the aircrafts and people traveling, they're starting to prepare for a wave coming the second half of 2021, getting those planes up and running, repairing them, doing test flights, as many of those planes have been benched for the last 6 to 8 months. So these are all positive pieces of news that we look out, we absorb, and we try to give to you. 316 stainless prices, 50 cents a pound, 58 cents a pound, 67 cents a pound. These are strong market prices, especially when you compare them to the last few years of lower price outputs that we've seen. Now let's talk about catalytic converters. The team over at rrcats.com quotes thousands of people on their catalytic converters, and we want the opportunity to quote you and your materials as well. Not only does a team at RR Cats buy individual cats from people, we also buy large quantities from scrapyards, larger auto wreckers, people that are just cutting cats for a living off of cars that they're scrapping. So all of these different cats we want to be able to buy from you. If you have a lot of them, message the team at rrcats.com. Let us know in advance how many you have so we can get more aggressive with the prices that we're sending to you. And on top of that, if you have a value over $150, we will pay for the shipping and you'll get very quick payments. Now the platinum prices have been higher, the rhodium prices have been near $16,000 an ounce, and many of you are going to say, Tom, why could we care less about what the actual dollar amount is? We're not selling rhodium, we're not selling platinum, we're selling cats. Yes, that's very true, but the different metals, platinum, palladium, and rhodium, all get baked into a pie, and that's what creates the catalytic converter values. Certain catalytic converters have higher prices because they might have more platinum inside or more rhodium inside. And we have different grades, different serial numbers that we can run off of assay results and give you the ability to make more money with your catalytic converters. For instance, over the last week, we've seen platinum up 4%, palladium up 3%, and rhodium up 2%. Now, you might think that those are relatively small numbers, but you have to figure, look at the gas prices, right? Let's say gas is a nice even $2 a gallon right now for regular unleaded. If the market went up 2 cents, that's up to $2.04, and you might say, oh boy, it was nice when it was $2. But now it's $2.04. I mean, obviously you're going to fill your tank, but all of a sudden that $2.04 could become $2.08, could become $2.11. We look at these market prices for these catalytic converters, copper, aluminum, iron ore, gold, and we try to get market trends to see where things are moving, to share information with you. For instance, the lead market. Lead was very weak in the month of September and October, and we saw soft lead drop about 15 cents a pound. At the end of October going into November, we started to see the lead prices increasing, and we started to see the demand for car batteries, truck batteries, and other lead acid-based batteries increase as well, where we saw that have a big decrease in August, September, and the beginning of October, with car battery prices dropping 6 to 8 cents per pound. Now, it's been really welcoming seeing some of these market prices jumping up, because as a scrapyard owner, as the owner of the iScrap app, and as someone who just generally cares about the scrap metal industry, again, I say to you, we like stability. Those are the things that I look for, and we try to report on those instabilities that we see to give you more information about the markets as a whole. Now, scrappers, in 2020, we went through all types of ups, downs, sideways, but we want to thank you for your contributions to our Facebook group, to your comments through our YouTube page, the emails, the questions, the posts, the likes, the comments, everything that you've done, we've tried to take, bundle into different weekly packages, price reports, YouTube videos, catalytic converter pricing from rrcats.com, general market news, whether we were talking about gold going over $2,000 an ounce, copper having a 45% increase, being at 7.5-year highs. We're generally optimists, and we want to see these markets continue to stay strong, stay steady, so the hard work that you have pays off in a bigger and better way as these prices increase. If you're looking to sell your cats, rrcats.com is always looking to buy them. If you're looking to sell your carbide, rockawayrecycling.com is always looking to quote it. If you have questions about any scrap metal, if you have questions about appearing on our weekly podcasts, you want to have a story featured, you want to just give general input every week, we'd love to hear it at iScrapApp.com. We wish you, your friends, your family a very safe and, most importantly, healthy holiday season. Whatever it is that you celebrate, we hope that it's happy, we hope that it's merry, and we hope that we see you in 2021 more often and all of the time online reporting those prices. This is Tom from the iScrap app, from the team at iScrap, Rockaway Recycling, rrcats.com, and Rockaway National. We'd like to thank you for all of your views, your clicks, your comments. We wish you a happy new year. Until next year, scrappers, I'll scrap you later.